Good morning. Welcome to the DFS Army YouTube channel. I am Razzle11, or on Twitter you can find me at Razzle11Grinds. Taking a look at some pitching options for today, Monday, April 24th. Looks like we have a 7-game main slate. And I will be honest, I'm just now looking at the slate for the first time. I had to drop my daughter off at school. Just cracked ice cold Mountain Dew. And let's just dig in right away. Take a look at what I see off the top of my head, and then obviously any updates to what I have to say in this video will be posted to the VIPs in our chat or through my notes. So taking a look, one guy, anytime he's on the slate, Spencer Strider, always going to be in my player pool. I do not care who he faces. His strikeout upside is impressive. He has 9 Ks in each of his 4 starts. He's held teams to 0 runs in 2 of the 4. He's obviously given up just 12 hits in his 22 innings of work. Pretty much a lock to throw 95 to 100 pitches. I am all about it. Obviously facing Miami, pretty weak lineup. Interesting to see that his 2 worst starts this year both came at home, but in this matchup, I am not worrying about that at all. And at first glance, he would have the greatest ceiling of the starting pitchers that we have on this slate. Gonna take a look here. Jordan Montgomery. I just don't know if I can mentally pay 9,500 for Jordan Montgomery. I do know San Francisco is striking out the most in baseball, especially against left-handed pitching. But with that said, Jordan Montgomery's not really a strikeout guy. He did strike out 9 against Milwaukee. In that start, he was in my video that day as a guy that I wanted to be about. So we did nail that one, but we were off of him, the last 2 starts as well, even against Pittsburgh, but especially against Arizona. I don't know that I want to pay 9,500 for Jordan Montgomery. So right now, he would be right at the top of my fade list. If news comes out throughout the day that San Francisco is going to be pretty right-hand heavy, which they might be, but they have weak right-handed hitters overall. But I just don't really want to go there. I don't really want to go to 9,300 for Sonny Gray either, to be honest. But the Yankees are striking out quite a bit. Home in Minnesota. I don't have our weather station up on this monitor, so I can't bring it in, but looking at the weather in Minnesota, it's supposed to be in the 40s, so it is going to be a pretty good pitching environment. So I will go out and say that I would prefer Sonny Gray over Jordan Montgomery tonight, even against the Yankees. Not that I'm guaranteeing I'm going to get there, but it is an option. Another name to fade, Lance Lynn. I'm not using Lance Lynn. Strikeouts are decent, but I'm not using pitching against Toronto. Lynn is allowing a ton of base runners. He's allowed double digits in 2 out of his last 3 starts. No thanks against Toronto. Somebody else can take that chance. I will take a chance here with Chris Bassett. He's gotten better each start since his horrendous start to the season. He is pitching at home. Not really sure what that'll do for his numbers over the course of the season since this is his first year with Toronto. But he was sensational against a difficult Houston offense last time out. And I believe I was fading him in that last start against Houston, so I totally missed that one. Elite ground ball to fly ball outing last time out. 10 ground balls, 0 fly balls. It's pretty impressive. So went down 200, facing a White Sox overall lineup that's pretty weak. A couple of guys near the top have been swinging it well, but Bassett's going to be on my play list for tonight. Taking a look here at some of the cheaper options. Talon Rea, I should probably look into how they pronounce his name, but great against San Diego, not good against Seattle. Gets Detroit at home. I think he might be a little decent SP2 option for GPPs. Uh, he's not some elite young guy. He's been around for a while. Was out of the majors for I think it was 5 years or so. So to see him back is pretty nice. Decent matchup for him, so that's gonna pick up some ownership. And then I'm kind of debating in this range here. Um, Suarez against Oakland. Oakland's the weakest offense really in baseball, or close to. But Suarez just has not been good. 6 walks last time out. Uh, he's going to draw some ownership. I'm going to have to dig in more, maybe do a pitch profile breakdown for VIP members because I'm not sure. Those those performances so far are pretty ugly. I'm not sure that I can get there. Um, Brito was lit up by this Minnesota squad, but like I mentioned with Gray, the weather's cold, pretty decent setup for pitching. Not as cold as it was for Pablo Lopez and his lack of control, but Brito might make my builds. And then debating with a guy like Matthew Boyd. Hasn't shown the strikeout upside yet this season. Was striking out a ton of guys during the spring, but really hasn't shown it in game this year. Uh, I am interested as a dart throw. Um, Definitely not playing Waldichuk against the Angels. I wouldn't be shocked if Trout ends up on my short list. I mean, Trout should generally be on your short list for home run calls on a day, but uh, this one's interesting, Tommy Henry. I need to dig in a little bit more on what Henry's been able to do. But it looks like Henry has struggled at the AAA level this year. Um, Strong K numbers, but he hasn't been great at the major league level. But the matchup with Kansas City isn't terrible, so I'll have to dig in. But right now, I probably am gonna end up passing on him. But there's a good chance he might be a better play than Suarez by the end of the day. So, we have a few spots that I'm going to need to dig in a little bit more, kind of learn about some of the stuff of some of these guys, what it's been like the last couple starts, the numbers. But yeah, that's the look at today with a few of my must plays and then a couple of my fades for sure at this point. We are just at 8:05 Central Time in the morning, so a lot to play out throughout the day. Lineups make a huge difference as well. So, but yeah, there we have it. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, that really helps us out at DFS Army. If you want to join us at DFS Army, use promo code RAZ for 10% off. I will put links in the description below. And as always, best of luck, everybody.